Watch and burn.
Hey everyone, so tonight I wanted to discuss Lana Del Rey's, I think what is considered by her fan base to be her best record she ever released, and that is Norman fucking Rockwell. And I agree that this is, I don't know if I'd call it her best, because I thought this was amazing. I thought Lust for Life was perfect. I loved Chemtrails Over the Country Club, and I thought Blue Banisters was perfect as well. So I would say that this is just another perfect sounding record from Lana Del Rey, but this record does have some standout tracks that are among my favorite that she has ever written and released, and that would be Hope is a Dangerous Thing, Mariner's Apartment Complex, Venice Bitch, Fuck It, I Love You, Doing Time is on here. This record is perfect, but like I said, that's not really anything too unique with Del Rey, because she has released a lot of records that are perfect. If you like what she does, I would argue that her earlier stuff is perhaps a little too divisive there. Like it will end up dividing people from Born to Die, even the Paradise Edition, into like Ultraviolence through Honeymoon. It's like she was figuring out who she was and what she wanted to do, but after Honeymoon, it just seems like everything she did was instantly elevated, and she raised the bar so high that she hasn't really raised it since, because all she's really done is continue to hone the sound that she has, that's on full display on this record, that's on full display on Chemtrails and Blue Banisters and Lust for Life. This is Lana Del Rey's evolved sound. And whereas I do agree that in a lot of ways I could see how most people at least would say that this is her best record, I would just say this is another standard record from Lana Del Rey. She has released perfect record after perfect record, outside of her earlier discography, of course, like I said a minute ago. Now mind you though, I love Hope is a Dangerous Thing. I'm kind of experiencing that right now myself, actually. I'm feeling very much like Sylvia Plath. I'm just not suicidal. So I can really relate to what that song is saying lyrically. And Mariner's Apartment Complex and Venice Bitch are two of like my favorite songs she has ever written. And so in that sense, yes, this record is a little, I guess, somewhat higher because of how much I love those three tracks, but not really, because I love everything she's done. Even her earlier stuff, technically, but if I had to pick between, say, this or Chemtrails or Born to Die, well, I'd pick this or Chemtrails, and I would never listen to Born to Die again, even though Born to Die has a bunch of really badass songs on it, and I think that record is a fantastic debut. I like her later sound. It seems thicker. There's a bigger sense of production. Everything is more booming. Her lyrics are more haunted. It seems like lyrically she's developed herself into a juggernaut, and I mean that was put on full display by the release of what I would consider her complete success of a book of poetries, which is Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass. I absolutely love that collection of poems, and it really helps solidify something that I already knew about Lana Del Rey, was that she was an incredible writer. But it's nice because I have a lot of people who are like, well, how the fuck can you like Black Flag and like Bad Religion and whoever else in like Lana Del Rey? And it's like, well, because she's amazing too. Like, Rollins and Graffin have a ton to offer, but so does Lana Del Rey. I mean, things change, right? I mean, nothing can stay the same forever, and I wouldn't want it to anyways. I don't want to have to keep looking to the past for musical perfection. I like the fact that I can find musical perfection through people like Lana Del Rey. And Taylor Swift, for that matter. You know, I don't want things to stay the same. I don't want to always have to go back to like Metallica's And Justice for All and that to be like the gold standard of real music. I want music to continue to evolve. And I like over the past decade or longer, technically, how there's been more of a focus on traditional mainstream pop music. And that's really been, it's allowed these people like Lana Del Rey and Taylor Swift to really sort of spread their wings and really take off and do some really unique and creative things. So I love the Dead Kennedys, but I also love Lana Del Rey. And now, well, whether or not her music will have as long-standing an impact as the Dead Kennedys, who knows? At this point, nobody could tell. She hasn't been around long enough. But she will for me, because I know that I'll be listening to Norman fucking Rockwell and everything else she's released for the rest of my life. So, yeah. So I'll leave it there. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes while I discuss Lana Del Rey's absolutely perfect sounding Norman fucking Rockwell. If you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody, and I will see you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.